Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chef Night.
Good evening to Let's Get Cooking. How are we doing, everyone?
I'm so excited to get started tonight because we're gonna throw a little curveball in there and do something a little different too, to just show you how things work.
Nice.
Because I said, let's try shrimp too.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
in addition to our chicken enchilada, our chicken, what's it called? Chicken poblano?
It's a creamy poblano chicken enchilada. Okay.
That's a mouthful.
So what we're gonna, it is a mouthful. What we're gonna do is we're gonna teach you how to take the rotisserie chicken and turn it into something elevated, delicious in just minutes. The whole purpose of that is what can we do with the rotisserie chicken, right? It goes on and on and on and on. It's quick, it's easy. You grab it on your way home. Within 30 minutes, you're ready to go. Within 60 minutes, you got dinner on the table. So
that's awesome.
The easy peasy part, right?
Right, and everyone must love this idea because we had more people register tonight than we've had in a long time. So we've had like 99 people sign up, which is amazing.
Keep it going, everyone. Tell everyone you know about Let's Get Cooking, and we'll teach you what you want to know. We've been trying to honor a bunch of the suggestions, so we got to remember, put your suggestions in. It's got to be an hour, so think about that and the recipes you'd like to learn. I can condense a lot of stuff to make it happen in an hour, but the beef Wellington, a little bit harder of a process. Yeah. If you go back to season 1, you too can catch that episode.
That took a minute, little extra.
Yeah.
So let's get started. We have our mise en place to get going.
Mise en place, right? Everyone knows everything in its place. First things first. We have our sauce pot. We have our bean pot. We're gonna make some refried beans quick and fast by using pinto beans in the can. You can throw them in your crock pot and let them go all day. Easy money. It's a good one. Smells awesome when you come home if you're a fan of pinto beans like myself. We do have our oven on because we're gonna bake our enchiladas real quickly. All of our other mise en place here, obviously we got some garlic, we got some chopped onions, our fresh lime, our poblano peppers, or our I'm trying to think of the other name we call them in the grocery stores. Can't think of it right off the top of my head. It's not a pasilla, that's the real one. Some fresh cilantro, pinto beans, right? In the can. This is quick and easy. You can buy Rosarita, but the quality of these is way different.
Okay, I'm interested to see because normally we buy the can of the black. Yeah. So.
And it's easy. You can do the same thing with black beans.
Okay.
So I'm a fan of the black bean myself, so that's what I like to do. I like to blend them, throwing a pinto bean to a black bean.
Ooh,
makes it a little creamier, right? And you get that taste of the black bean. So that's the big one that I like to do personally.
I like that.
So we got that. We had to saute off some shrimp because Beth requested that we show you guys what some fresh shrimp will do. Sauteing shrimp takes literally 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how big your pieces of shrimp are, how hot your pan is. So that's quick and fast. Excellent for sauce that we're making tonight. Okay. Then we got our cocktail stuff. Obviously, today we're gonna make a ranch water. I was trying to think about what would go nicely with Mexican food, like an enchilada. That's not a margarita. Okay. So I looked and all I saw was margaritas. And then I came across a ranch water, which is very, very similar to the margarita, except it's less sweet and sour. We're not actually using sweet and sour mix.
Okay.
It is going to have sweet and sour, right? Because we have sour from our prickly pear, or sweet because this is syrup. So this is going to be our sweet little tart. And then our lime is going to be the sour. So that's the beauty of that.
But also you're having the soda water.
So that's what's going to change it also.
Okay? Right, a little bit different.
Little bubbly, a little bit lighter, more of a seltzer type of cocktail.
I like that.
Yep, nice Blanco tequila, so that way it's nice and easy to go. All right, everyone, let's get cooking, shall we?
Let's go.
I bet you're all wondering, where's the rotisserie chicken?
All right, where's our chicken?
Where is our chicken? Well, real quick, pop your rotisserie chicken in the microwave for 2 minutes. We're not reheating it, we're bringing it back to temperature, because I imagine it came out of everyone's refrigerator. It's a lot easier to break down the chicken when it's warmed up a little bit. So when you bring it home, you can leave it on the counter for the 30 minutes that you need to settle in and then get going. You'll be totally okay.
How long can you leave it out before you should put it in the fridge though? Because I don't want to leave it out.
Technically 4 hours you can leave it out. Do I recommend you save it after that? The answer is no. If you leave it out for 4 hours, you throw it in the trash, okay? Or eat it directly up. So technically, The regulation is you have up to 4 hours to keep it at a certain temperature.
Got it.
Otherwise, the bacteria grows rapidly from 70 to 40 degrees.
Okay.
So we want to make sure you stay at a danger zone, which would technically be 135 degrees to 41 degrees.
Okay.
And
But
now
it's
they're trying to
okay-
bump that up to like 47.
But
Yeah,
it's okay to just leave it on the counter for 30 minutes.
You'll be totally okay with
Okay.
that. Yep, that's totally
Okay.
acceptable, safe. So
So we got it in the micro.
as I've done,
We did our 2 minutes.
2 minutes, that's all it is.
I love that.
All
Great
you're
idea.
doing is you're bringing it back up instead of cutting cold
Right,
muscle tissue, right? Which is fat content congeals when it's cold. It's a lot harder to break that down, legs especially, but once it's loosened up a little bit,
Mhm.
then you're able to break it down accordingly and makes it much
Okay.
easier, right? Okay, first things first, we want to get our beans going, because those gotta boil down pretty quickly. So we got a little bit of garlic, a little bit of our white onion. In our bean pot here. We're gonna wanna use some oil, some type of fat. As you guys see, the bacon fat in the recipe. Es muy bueno. I recommend it. I typically always have some bacon fat sitting anywhere because I call it kitchen gold. Adds flavor wonderfully to a lot of different dishes. To beans, yeah, right? So we're gonna saute real quick, real fast. We're gonna put a little bit of oil into our pan. And this is just to cook the onion and the garlic a little bit. Bring out that flavor before we have it, okay? So first we want to start with the onion.
Right, certainly is a different process than dumping it all together.
We don't want to burn our garlic. So with dumping the onion in, first, we're going to cook that a little bit more, then we can add our garlic with not having to worry about the garlic burning, right? If we did, we just need to monitor it more, stirring it a lot more, pay attention so that you can't walk away. If we do this, we can walk away because right now we need to strain the water out of our pinto beans. We want to do 1 can proficiently, and we want to leave some, about half of the water content in the other one. The reason being is it'll take a long time for that water to cook out of the beans, and then your pinto beans will be soupy. So we want them to be a good consistency. If they're too thick, we can always thin them out some by adding a little more chicken broth or a little water if you needed to make it the consistency that you want. But this, we want to make sure that they're thick when we blend. That's the key to that, right?
So you just coated your initial pan with the onion.
Yep, that's it. And just barely, we're gonna get a saute going here. We're gonna get another little garlic going in there. So that's doing its thing. Come down and heat just a smidgen. We're gonna wanna go ahead, we wanna dice up our pepper. This is gonna be for our sauce. Okay. So cut these guys right in half. You're gonna wanna rip these seeds out. Be careful when you're doing these, because these are chili peppers. They are hotter than a bell pepper, so do not get it in your eye. Do not scratch your ear. Wash your hands after you pull the seeds out. Highly recommended. Because you'll find out later. Wow. And these are like jalapenos, not as hot as a jalapeno, but can be. You can get some that are fairly angry, and they will have a kick to it for sure. So you want to make sure, you know, if you don't like it as hot, start with less, right?
Right.
Or even just as it's raw like this, take a tiny little bite of it and eat it. If it has heat from that, it's gonna amplify when we cook it.
Got
And then we're gonna bring the heat out more. All right, we're looking for a translucent in the onion. We're almost there. You can see most of it's getting pretty close to it, right? You can see it's not all super bright white like that, but getting more clear there. So that's probably about another minute on that. We're gonna wanna dice up our peppers. So we're gonna wanna go a small batch so they cook down as fast. So these do have a little bit thicker or more meaty texture than a bell pepper, so they'll take longer for them to cook down. So we're gonna start with a small, very small dice actually. So that way we can cook these down and blend it so our sauce is nice and smooth.
I can smell it.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
great.
mean, you could tell just that little piece, is that gonna be spicy or not a lot, or is it gonna be okay?
Definitely a spice to it. I didn't want to take too big of a bite. Didn't want to.
How? You don't want, no, again, it's not gonna be
It's not
like a
bad.
jalapeno.
Yeah, it's not like a jalapeno. I like it because it adds a little bit different flavor.
It's way different flavor.
Yeah.
Way different.
Actually, I like it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. All right, so now with our onions here, we got a nice little caramelization going, that's good. We're gonna wanna dump in our beans. And you're gonna see that there's water content inside the bean itself. You're gonna see that start to cook out as it goes. I turn the heat down just slightly. There you go, good mix there. Here, we're gonna want to add our oregano and bay leaf.
Julie was asking if she should use the water from the beans.
So strain 1 can, so if you only have the 1 can of beans, strain half of that water.
And put the other half in.
Yes, save half of that.
That's the unorganized version of the, what do you need?
I'm looking for the bay leaf. So oregano, add this to the beans. Just a little. Some cumin. We're gonna let these just simmer down. So these will be good, just at a nice light simmer, so turn it down. So if you can see the water content, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of water in there. Only reason being is I want that water to cover some of these beans right here,
Okay.
just so that way.
They can cook down.
It's gonna simmer, yeah, it's gonna simmer down. I literally added like 2 tablespoons.
Okay, so can you see that?
So you can see now how those.
Oh,
beans are
yeah,
like-
it's just covered.
That was just a tiny bit, it's all we need. All right, so that's gonna come up, or it's gonna simmer, just keep an eye on it, give it a stir every now and again. All
Okay.
right, now we're gonna start our sauce. So that can simmer down.
There's so many things you can use the rotisserie chicken for.
Oh,
And that's what I love,
awesome.
Beth.
You can make pastas, you can make stuff like this, chicken salad, I mean.
And it
It's
saves that whole
too-
roasting time. I mean, you're saving at least an hour, right?
Little longer probably than that. So with our onion, gonna dice this small as well. Just gonna do for our sauce. So same thing like we did for our beans. Get our pan. Onions, we're gonna saute. And use the yellow onion for this. And then we're gonna add butter. We're gonna make our roux. Our butter and our flour. So this we can add our pepper now.
The sauce to me always feels like the most challenging part. So it's exciting to see that you can make something that's quick.
Yeah, and again, if you really wanted to, you could take all this and put it in your blender and just go and add some cornstarch and blend it up and thicken it up, and then you have sauce.
How do you know?
Because that's what it does, right? So it makes it simple.
Right.
And that's a faster process. When we're doing it this way and making it, we're fortifying the flavor. We are creating so much more depth to the sauce, and it doesn't take, not really any more time, right?
Right. You have to do other things too.
Right.
So you're kind of doing the same.
So again, we're gonna start that off and let that go. I'm gonna turn our bean down just a smidgen. Slightly turn it down. As you see, we've got a nice slow simmer. If there, you just want it to lightly be bubbling for the rest of our time, which will be a good time. All right, now for our chicken.
I want to do a big shout out tonight for 13 people from Trilogy joining us. So you guys rock. I love it. We have Carol, we have Paula. Everybody is joining us tonight. Thank you guys so much. We love having you join.
All right, so now we're gonna break our chicken down, okay? This is a super simple process. Right now, I'm just pulling off the skin. And you see how the skin comes off nice and easy, right?
Yeah, that warming it up makes it so
Huge
much better.
difference, absolutely. Releases the collagen, right, of the fat. So
Absolutely.
you'll be able to pop those off just like that. And then you can dig in, pop all this meat right off, just like so.
So dark meat and white meat of everything.
Everything. We're breaking the chicken.
We're breaking
down
it
real
down.
quick, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Beth, will you stir our sauce there, please?
You bet.
Freeze this chicken, make stock in your crock pot one day, carrot, celery, onion, some thyme, rosemary. Just throw it in your crock pot full of water and let it go all day long. And then you'll have chicken stock so you can make your own soups and sauces and stuff, especially real good for the winter time. So definitely want to save this guy. Easy process. So again, with the other leg. Trying to leave all the ligaments and the tendons. As you're working through it, you'll notice what's meat, what's not meat. How we doing at home, everyone? Got any questions? Any more questions out there? For your chicken breast piece, you take the tip of your knife, run it right down the breastplate here. Get on the proper side. You can take this and you can slice this breast right off just by guiding your knife all the way down. Pull that guy off of there. Now you're ready to chop it up. Quick and easy. It's pretty good. No ligaments on there. We'll do pull some of this other meat here. I'll give a stir to our sauce real quick. We're on the don't burn it plan, yeah? Got some nice caramelization going there. Stir to our beans. These guys are boiling a little too hot for me, so I'm gonna turn those down. There we go. All right.
Oh, you're getting good caramelization on that.
Yeah, we're getting some good caramelization. Add a little butter. Caramelization, alcohol, deglazed. Clean all that pond off there. Mmm. Mmm. And our butter. And our garlic. Don't forget that. Let that butter melt nicely. Saute in there. Then we're gonna add our flour for our roux. Beans are looking good. Take off this other breast here. And when this is hot, this stuff just peels right off.
Yeah, it's perfect. Great little hack.
Get your little kids the wishbone, don't forget that. They love that thing, don't they?
They do love
Till
that.
till they don't win and then they're all upset and bummed out. It's all good.
It is all good.
Pretty well clean chicken there, if I say so. Break this guy down. So it'll fit in your tortillas a little bit easier.
Right.
Fill up the bone over there, careful for that. All right. And there's your rotisserie chicken all broke down for you to do whatever it is you're looking to do, right? This leg meat, give it a rough chop too.
Yeah, certainly easier to work with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. How's that butter all melted up there,
The
Beth?
butter is officially melted. It looks delicious and smells great. During our,
Our
beans.
beans, good. How those looking? Good.
actually, it looks great. We are losing some of that water, which is the point, right? Yeah, we're definitely seeing the top to those beans now.
Ooh, there we go. There we go. Frying now. Okay. Now we're gonna add flour. Ooh. Have this first, lime zest. Let's get that oil in there. Before we get the flour in. Remember when you're doing the zest, you just want to do just enough to get that outer skin. You don't want to get any of the white in there. So that's why you do a quick pass or a little, and then move it. So that way you're not getting any of that pith in there.
Keeping all that good flavor.
That's it. Smell that?
Absolutely. And it brings a freshness to it.
Yeah, absolutely. A little spoon for our flour action here. So we want to do this at a little bit of a time. So you see how there's more fat in there?
Yep.
Add a little more. So we're looking for a nice, like a velvety smooth texture. A little bit more. We're gonna want to add a little. We want to add a little bit at a time, whisk. So that way we can break up the clumps. We can turn it into a smooth texture. Whisking out any of that solid there. pretty good there, because we're still gonna add milk to this, right? So we don't want to thin it out too much. We have a good amount of roux in it. Let's add our little bouillon cube. This is for our beans, a little extra flavor. I'm only gonna do half of this guy. Because this stuff is just pure salt, so just be careful. Beth, you can stir that in, that'll dissolve up nicely. We're gonna wanna put a little cumin into our sauce here. Right.
Jeff, Sarah is asking, do we leave the bay leaf in the beans then blend?
Pull your bay leaf out before you blend, correct? I'm just adding milk in stages to see how thick it's gonna be once that milk heats up, because as it heats up, that roux is gonna activate even more. Because we cooled it back down when we added the cold milk. All right, let's take a look at our beans. See how we got just about a little bit of liquid in there? Now it's time to pulse. But before we do that, let's have some
Cocktail.
range water, shall
All
we?
right, let's give it a whirl.
All right, real simple.
Who else
today.
has tried that already?
Yeah. Oh, a tall glass.
You can fill with ice.
Ice with these guys.
Some of your here. You can fill that.
Just giving a quick stir and turn the heat down on our sauce there. We don't want that boiling over like crazy. I turned our beans off. They're ready to blend. If you guys think that there's enough water out of your beans, then go ahead and we'll start blend those when you're all ready.
Sarah says ranch water is absolutely delicious. We're on our second one.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Some of that happy hour ranch, huh?
Who else has tried the ranch butter?
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it because I like it a little more fresh.
I'll have to
Little
let,
more-
let Grams know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's 2 ounces, half ounce.
Our line.
Little lime squeeze there. Yeah, so I stumbled across this one, think this would be a nice, at the end of summer, it's still a little warm, right? Something.
Thank goodness, get a little cooler. We love. We also have some builders on today. I think we have 9 of our builder partners on tonight. So we have Tom and Pat are with us and we're super excited that you guys wanted to join us. So hello out there. And to everyone else that's joining us from our builder community, thank you guys for joining and we love being in business with you too. Now we're gonna have some cocktails,
So we got our tequila in there,
okay?
do our little prickly pear syrup action. This one, half ounce? Yeah, half ounce. So let's split that between the two.
I put the little opener. No, go, you have to have it closed. There you go, now it's easier. It's open,
Like such.
like that, sure. Definitely looks like more like a spritzer than,
Like definitely,
Yeah.
this is what we're using, right? So
Yeah, I love it.
Mineral water.
love it.
There you go.
Right.
Cheers,
Cheers,
everyone.
everybody.
What do you think, Beth?
It's delicious.
What do you think of that? Huh?
I think that's a
Not-
great
Not
one.
bad?
Just, I really like it.
Nice.
Excellent.
Good.
Good job.
All right. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Let's keep going.
So our sauce, woo-wee. Watch that now. You don't want that.
And Diane says cheers, and Dawn says orange water is so yummy.
Cheers, everyone.
Yes, delicious.
Consistency for your sauce all depends on you, how you like it. This one's, it's not too bad. It's actually got a good consistency. It's gonna tighten up a little bit more when we blend the peppers in there, but it's enough to coat. So for me, I'm good with that. What do you think, Beth? You want it? I mean, let's blend it and let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think it's okay for what we're doing, because you don't want enchilada sauce to be pasty, right? You want it to
Right,
be
or too thick.
Soft, yeah, pasty like, right? Yeah, you think so. Magic wand here.
Love that. So you're actually, we can use that for both. Just a different tool? Yeah.
Cause putting this sauce into those beans isn't gonna matter at all.
Right, exactly. That's perfect.
Mhm. It's only gonna add a little more flavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So pulse that first, so you don't get splatters. And we are gonna wanna blend this till it's smooth. Sauce is almost ready. We're gonna taste that. We're gonna add some fresh cilantro to this also. But I imagine it's gonna need a little bit of salt. I had to guess. Since I've been told I need more salt.
Needs to refine me. Those pinto.
How many people at home have actually made refried? I mean, I guess, I have to guess it's probably very few because you can buy it.
We can buy it.
We can buy it.
Dawn says that the beans smell amazing.
So we're just gonna add little chicken broth, because like I said earlier, I don't want my beans to be super pasty. So by adding that little bit of liquid back into it, little flavor also. A little more. Beth, will you grab that salt for me, please?
Barney says that he's bought it at the store before, but he likes this shortcut better.
For refried beans? Yeah, this is way better, hands down. See that, I like that consistency right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
What do you think, right? It's still got texture, but it's not super pasty, and all I did was just add a little bit of the chicken stock to thin that back out to be the texture that we're looking for.
That's
right?
perfect.
Mhm.
Dawn says, I've never made them like this, but I will never buy store bought again.
Nice.
And it wasn't difficult.
No, super easy, right?
Yeah.
First,
It's amazing what you don't have to buy pre-done, pre-made. You just think you do, so you think it's gonna be hard. But that looks delicious.
A little fresh cilantro here. Salt. Little salt. Those look like good.
Wow.
They're refried beans there to me.
Absolutely.
This here. All right. Now. This other. You're gonna need a plate for this. While your sauce is nice and hot. You wonder why you can't roll these without them breaking? It's because they're not pliable. So, how you do? Don't lose it.
Don't lose it in there. Now you're fishing for it. Got it. Oh,
Sorry. Don't lose.
oh, I see. We did it.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's gonna give it a little more pliability and added flavor.
Right. Just trying to take off. So it's not all soupy. And as you can see, as we stack them, they'll get coated nicely. That's what we're looking for. You can use flour tortilla for these also. I'm just very partial to the corn. I like the corn a lot better.
So do I.
I mean,
Like
I
the flavor.
love a flour tortilla, don't get me wrong, but for tacos and enchiladas, yeah, I like that corn flavor, which really adds a lot of depth to the dish itself, right? So I think it's fantastic.
I agree. What do you guys think out there? Flour or corn? Which do you prefer?
All right. And then we'll roll. So I have a nice
And ready?
pan ready. Mix it.
Flour.
Mary Ann says she prefers flour and Henry says he prefers corn.
Beth, would you spray that baking pan there for me,
With this
please?
oil? Wow, that's good. Right. Okay. You want these over there?
Yeah, that's fine. Real quick, we need to Monterey Jack cheese. We're gonna want to grate that.
Do you want me to grate while you're doing that?
Well, we gotta put it in.
You have to.
Yeah, too. It's not like we gotta do the whole thing. Quick kitchen hack with this, throw it in the freezer, 10 minutes, pull it out, shreds up nice and easy. When it's warm, not so easy. Pepper jack mixture.
I like the use of different cheeses because you're blending flavors versus just all one cheese.
Yeah, and again, then it's all cohesive, it all goes well together, right? That's the best. About 50-50 on that. Cheese. Me. Shrimp ones. Little sauce on the bottom.
So what's the difference here of using this metal dish or a glass dish?
Nothing really.
Nothing?
Nope.
No preference?
Whichever size you have a bigger one to make more enchiladas.
Perfect.
Right, so again, choosing the vessel that you need for what you're doing, right? That's another piece to the puzzle that when we're cooking, we want to think about that.
It's interesting to put some of the sauce on the bottom. I wouldn't have thought of that.
It helps them from sticking,
Mhm.
right? So that way it'll be nice and easy to remove. So I'm just gonna rip apart, make it easier to roll.
Right, just a little too big.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing out there? Is everybody getting their enchiladas made? Everybody working? Drinking their
Drinking
rainwater? Ranch water.
Rainwater.
Rainwater.
No wonder it tastes so good.
Yeah. Ranch water.
Rainwater.
I called it rainwater by mistake. It's ranch water.
You wanna do your
Yeah,
market
why do they
update?
call
I'll
it
finish
water?
one.
Yes, yes. Let's talk about the market. It's really interesting. We've seen a nice dip in the interest rate. That's getting our buyers off the fence, and people are getting really excited about now coming back into the market. So we're gonna see a pickup of our sales, and I know that we've seen traffic, and this past weekend, really great news. We put a listing on and received 3 offers, and we were able to sell it for $30,000 over our list price and got our client a cash offer. So things are changing out there, and we are working a lot on getting our listings ready to come on this winter. We're just approaching our winter season, especially in an area like Trilogy, or where we're gonna have investor buyers or second home buyers. We're gonna see them start to come back into the market and start to see those areas really start picking up. So if you're looking to rent, to list or sell your home right now, we're doing pre-marketing appointments so that we can get it ready, tell you what you need to do to get your house ready, so that we're ready when it's prime season. And even if you're not ready today, it's good to prepare and get your house ready now, so that when you are ready, we're ready to go. And we love doing that, and anyone on our team can help you stage it and make sure that your house is ready to go. What other questions would you guys have that you'd want to talk about on these calls, on these appointments where we're talking to you? Anything else you want to find out about the market? Let us know. I'm happy to chat with you about that. And we really appreciate all of you joining us and calling us when you need us. So thank you again, especially our builder clients that are on the phone. We appreciate doing business with you. And let's see what Chef has got going on here with the enchiladas.
Welcome back from our commercial, everyone. Thanks, Beth, for a good market update. I appreciate that. So I'm just finishing up here. I got a couple shrimp, a couple chickens, right? We got a nice tight fit in our pan, not too crazy. We could probably squeeze one more in there, but I think we're okay. It's safe to say that we don't have to, right?
Yeah.
Our enchiladas are not on a diet, so we won't go to that, right? So what we're gonna need is we're gonna spoon a little bit of our sauce.
Henry says, when rolling them, I always put too much, so they never fold properly.
That's a good tip, right? So like sushi, you gotta put less in there. Look how big they got. Didn't look like I was putting a whole lot in there, right?
Right, they didn't overflow.
So with this, you wanna do just a nice coat over. You wanna try to make sure that a lot of that tortilla is covered. We already did a nice little soak of it, right? So we've already prepped our tortillas so they don't dry out on us, right? We don't want them swimming in sauce neither. I know a lot of people's big thing with that is, you're swimming in sauce and they don't. That's why we have sauce on the side. So we can bake them.
And then use little
And then use the-
side sauce.
Exactly right. So I'm just gonna slightly break these up here. Just let that sauce kind of sit in a little bit. We're gonna cheese the top.
And the nice part is the meat inside's already cooked. So we're really just warming it all together and melting the cheese, right?
We're basically topping it off. Everything's ready to go, heating the inside of the chicken, right? That's gonna happen in this amount of
You
time.
need more cheese.
So these are gonna go into our oven. Let those guys ride for a second. And then, what else we got? How's everyone doing at home? Are enchiladas in the oven already?
Everybody ahead of us or behind us?
What kind of questions do we got out there? Anyone find out any new kitchen hacks today that they didn't know before? Besides the quick, easy, homemade pinto bean, right? The refried.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Mary Ann says, thank you so much for holding these cooking classes.
Well, we're so glad that you can join us.
Absolutely. And I like that you make it an event within your community
Yeah,
and that with your friends and you have people over, that makes it a lot more fun.
well, we are coming up to the end of season 5
I
already.
know, I can't believe
And
it.
we're already putting together next year's recipes, so please put your suggestions in, cocktails, recipes, anything you'd like to see. The last group of suggestions we got, we've already done those classes, so
Absolutely.
it's hard to do them or to
And I think-
repeat.
Yeah,
think
and I
that's a
think
hard
next
one.
month, we're going shrimp. We're gonna do Bang Bang Shrimp next month. I think it's October 29th. So,
Yes, so next month I try to have fun with the holiday theme.
okay,
Halloween is my favorite. So orange, black, how can we
okay.
do that? Okay, bang bang shrimp over
Orange.
forbidden rice with the
With
black
the black
rice,
rice.
right?
Oh, that sounds great.
So we're gonna add a little more jazz to that also.
Maybe we challenge everybody on this cooking event to dress up for Halloween. It's only gonna be a
Bonus
couple days
points.
early.
Bonus points for the best costume.
That would be a
That
great
joins.
idea. Maybe you get an apron, maybe something.
I think an apron would be awesome.
Yeah, so we challenge you all to dress up for the next chef cooking event. It'll be really fun. For our Let's Get Cooking.
Yeah, our let's get cooking.
Pat says, so when I had made them before, they did not hold together, made more of a casserole. What could I have done differently to prevent this?
With the tortilla, I mean, the tortilla falling apart, so cooking them too long, if you didn't get them pliable like we did, dipping them in oil works really, really well, but the oil has to be hot. I prefer the sauce method, so we're not heating up oil for nothing, right?
Got it.
As
And you don't
long
want extra oil.
Right, as long as your sauce is warm like ours was, then it makes that tortilla so much more pliable, right? In the oven time, it's fast. Everything's done, it's ready to go. I mean, if your chicken was hot, you're talking, you can broil it for 2 full minutes. I'd broil it 2 minutes, probably would be more than enough time to caramelize that sauce on, or the cheese on top of the tortillas, and that's really all we're going for. For us, reheating the inside, it's all ready to go. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. So
Overcooking, making.
yeah, overcooking, make those tortillas were too dry. So as they're in the oven, they're gonna continue to dry out, which then they crack, right?
Yeah.
That's another one. If your tortillas are older, right? We don't know how long they've been made for when we buy them. So it's another thing a lot of people forget about when they're like, oh, that went bad fast, or it didn't last very long. Well, what happened, right? So that's a piece to that puzzle, so. Let's take a look here and see at our enchiladas. Oh, they're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We got some melty cheese going on. We got some nice bubbles going on. Let's give them another 2 minutes, shall we? So we can start setting up our success.
Chef Alice says, I boiled my own chicken and used chicken breast. It came out kind of dry. Could I have mixed some of the sauce with the chicken so it won't be as dry?
No, you're right on the right path. Don't boil it as long. So if you just dump your chicken breast in there and you're boiling it, just how long did you do? 15, 20 minutes? I'd say 15 minutes on a boil, maybe 20 for it to start shredding. Less time. That means it's starting to shred before you're pulling it out, which it's continuing to cook out all the water content, which is then what's dry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Boiling it's a different texture. It's kind of always going to be that when you poach it like that, because you're not poaching it on the temperature of the water is too hot than it would be at a traditional poach. So that's the difference in that. You're changing the structure of it, right? In your crock pot's the best way to go, really. Throw them in the morning. When you come back, shred, shred, shred. Make your enchiladas. You're good to go. So that's another easy,
So that's
simple.
another way to do it versus picking it up this way.
Yep.
That's good.
If you forgot to put your chicken in the crock pot because it's still in the freezer and you're out on your round of golf, swing by, grab a rotisserie chicken.
And now you have this.
Right? Just like that. All right.
I got you a bowl. Do you want to do full or plate? You want to do plate? We get a plate.
I don't know.
It's like, what do you want to do?
Let's put it in the bowl.
Everyone is so excited for next month. I'm getting a lot of I love black rice, I love shrimp, vein shrimp.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. Don't do this at home.
Don't do that.
All right. Our spatula. So we'll bring our plate to us because that'll make it easy. We're gonna try to make this as clean as possible. Meaning, how can we make our plate look clean with refried beans? And
And an enchilada. That drips. That's always a good question. If you are done with your dish, make sure you post your photos.
yes, got
I'm sure some of you are finished, so
Got it.
definitely post.
Little fresh chopped cilantro. Hold on one second. I want,
Fake out.
I
fake.
want the green to pop out, but if we
Oh,
cover it
so we had that cheese too. Well, where were we gonna put that?
on the top here,
Oh, on the top,
yeah. The tortilla,
which is kind of crumbly, right?
this stuff is. This is the stuff,
Oh, that's how you use that. That's perfect.
right? So like I said, I want the green to pop. So now we put the white down.
And then the
So when I
green.
put the green on top, we can see both together, right?
Oh, that's how you played it.
And then right there is how we have our creamy poblano, chicken enchiladas or shrimp, your preference,
Either one.
and quick, easy, homemade refried beans.
Wow.
Ranch water. Enjoy, everyone.
We'll see you next month.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Please put your comments in the box. We get those, we put together a spreadsheet. We're always honoring these. We want to make sure we're cooking what you're wanting to learn.
Absolutely.
So let us know so we can help you out. Again, I'm Chef Jude. This
Beth
is Beth
Ryder,
Ryder.
let's get cooking.
Join us next month for Let's Get Cooking. Have a good
Dress
evening,
up.
everyone.